I'm still mad about this $70 price tag, but Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, like it's gonna be the best Zelda I ever played in my life. Um, One reason they basically added Minecraft into Zelda. Um, it's a simulation basically. There's a lot of things together, a lot of experimentation, and a lot of things that people enjoyed from that first game. They're basically doubling down in the second. So, from what I can tell, you're going to be able to, create and craft weapons, but in like this very unique and kind of, endless or unlimited ways of creation. So, whatever's in the world, you can kind of create. And they have things like, you put an eyeball on a arrow and it becomes into a seeking arrow. It's crazy how creative you can be when you kind of build the building blocks for it. That's why I was kind of saying Minecraft, because literally that's what it is. But that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We're going to talk about the gameplay, and we're going to talk about the announcements for the Switch OLED and all that good jazz and the price point. But first, let's just start about with the positive. The positive is that Zelda is proven, and with this small snippet of gameplay, it's already proven that it's gonna be a 10 out of 10. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's nothing that they can really do poorly to make this game bad. Like the story wasn't the greatest in the first one, still a 10 out of 10. The world, on top of the creativity, on top of you just having the range and ability to do just anything you want, rewinding time, like they're adding so much to your arsenal that you're going to have even more ways to tackle something. And that's all it's about is creativity. Like no one I talked to played Zelda the same way I played Zelda, and that is the most important part. So the amount of detail and understanding of what the player base liked and what they should, push into. I'm not saying that story isn't important, but in these types of games, I feel like the experience is truly what's going to drive it home. And if everyone is experiencing something different, it gives a lot of people the conversations to talk about it, and it makes this game last a lot longer than it normally would. Um, the game has already been finished. They announced that a couple days ago with this trailer, or new gameplay at least, and that's important note. I mean, it's complete at this point, so they could actually put it out today if they really wanted to. What that tells me is that, I mean, they use a lot of what was already there. Of course they did. They add a lot of the Sky Kingdoms. I really hope these Sky Kingdoms bring some uniqueness to the world. They already are building on the mechanics that they already created, so that makes me feel a lot more comfortable in that. But for it to be already gold, that tells me that one, they have a solid product, and two, that they used a lot of the old. So I'm okay with that because I enjoyed the old so much. But I did not enjoy it enough to pay a premium of an additional $10 for one, the same type of graphics, the same type of console, in the same type of situation. Like that came out in 2017. I guess $10 is reasonable, but I just don't feel comfortable paying that premium price. It is a premium game though. It's hard to label it a premium game but not request that premium price be charged, because again, and I don't want to beat a dead horse basically because I already talked about this, but stating that $10 is due to being a premium product, it tells me that you did not always think your products were premium when everybody knows that there is not a game out there that comes out on from Nintendo that's published, that isn't a $60 and stays there. These games are premium games, and their quality of game hit the mark for the 60. It really didn't, but that is what they chose to do. but to see that the market is shifting and that is what they now consider premium, it's kind of a slap in the face because of all the, dedicated Zelda fans and people that really enjoyed that game in the beginning. It's just a way for them to sneak in that price point. Like, I don't see them foreseeing them doing this for the next Mario game, but they could. But this is something that, just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. But it is not the biggest. It is not my biggest gripe anymore because I know what the game is going to pursue and I know what it's going to deliver. At least I feel like I know. From that little snippet of gameplay, it tells me that their creative juices are flowing, that they're going to have a lot of creative encounters, and you're going to have a lot of fun time because not only can you use these created items, the enemies can as well. So, I don't know. I just think it'll be dope. But $74.99 is a lot for a game, especially a game that isn't running in the standards that we normally are used to for $70. Ray tracing, having a steady frame rate, not being at least 1080p, like all these things. Because it's a handheld, makes me feel like, why am I paying $70 for a game that you probably could have made in 2017 with the same technology you currently have, and it's not costing you a lot more to do this? But I don't know, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But I understand it, and I will be paying it, unfortunately. And then I want to talk about the OLED Switch. This is I don't know. I like an OLED screen. Yeah, everybody loves an OLED screen. The blackety blacks is perfect. But that is not enough for me to upgrade to the OLED Switch to play it on handheld when most of the time I'm going to want to play it docked to get the best resolution and also have the hand controller experience, because I just don't like the Nintendo Switch as a handheld. So yeah, then this Nintendo Switch OLED Zelda edition bundle, it's not even a bundle, it's just the console, because it doesn't come with the game. It's that also was able to be pre-ordered, and as you can tell, I'm not that enthusiastic, nor do I care for it. But it is something that, again, it just feels like slap in the face. OLED is fine. I'm not saying that it's not a good product and it doesn't have a base for it. I'm just saying that we all know what we're looking for, and if they're not going to provide that, this will be the next best thing for the next 2 or 3 years, is the OLED Switch. The thing is that I don't play anything on the OLED or the Switch that often. I only play their first party games, so it really wouldn't be any benefit to me. But I could understand people wanting a better screen for the handheld experience. I don't know. What I can say about Nintendo is that they gonna be Nintendo. They're gonna keep doing things that they want to do, and most of the time we have to accept it because we enjoy some of the games that they present. But it has definitely made my catalog of games from them very, very tiny. Like, very tiny. Not even kidding. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I want to thank you guys for listening. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. This kind of went nowhere, but what I wanted to get across is that simply Nintendo made a great game, and we have to deal with the consequences of enjoying that game and paying for it. And when they have those sale numbers and the actual player base they have now of units in house, it's just hard to give up. So yeah, I understand. But thank you all for watching again. I will talk to you all in the next video. Peace.